Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Good day and welcome to your 12th lecture of development communication. Our today's topic is paradigms of development. But first of all, we will try to understand what really is paradigm. Paradigm is derived from a Greek word paradigma, which means to point out a pattern. Now, we will understand the concept of paradigm through its definitions. Paradigm is a framework containing the basic assumption, way of thinking and methodology that are commonly accepted by the member of scientific community. Or we can say the collection of beliefs and concept which is asserts of theories, assumption and ideas that contributes to your world view. To put into perspective the definition of paradigm is like shades or glasses. If you put on green shades, everything will appear as green, and if you put on red shades, everything will appear as red. Or we can simply say the popular spectacle of that specific time, that how we see the world as it is. Now we will try to understand the paradigm of development. A specific societal system generates a specific pattern of motivation and system of values which strengthens, sustains and ensures its continuity. There are three motives that are significant to the development process. The first one is achievements. It means that how we achieve that specific development and what it took us to achieve that development. The second one is extension. After the achievement of specific development, how can we extend or expand it? And the third one is independence. After the achievement and its expansion, the development process needs sustainability and how it can be independent and not depending on others. Now we'll come to the first paradigm of development, which is dominant paradigm. Dominant paradigm evolves after World War II and the era of decolonization. Many of the countries or nations took independence from their respective colonies, like subcontinent took its independence in 1947 from British colony, as other states in other continents like Africa and Latin America, but eventually failed to develop, and those countries remain poor and underdeveloping. So at that time, when the world was bipolar, United States of America was trying to impose capitalism onto the world, and Soviet Union USSR was exposing the world to communism. The dominant paradigm evolves on the premise that mankind has passed through universal stage of development on the journey from savagery, animal-like behavior, to civilization. Now we will come to the main features of dominant paradigm. That how at that time people think about development. That what was the concept of people right after World War II and independence of new states in the world. The first one is the growth of industrialization with indigenous way intact, which means to build factories, industries and bring about quick positive change in a country with production and get civilized with the indigenous or old methods of production intact. Dominant paradigm laid emphasis on modernization aspect of a country, to think about a more civilized society in a country. Dominant paradigm emphasis on increasing the production. Ultimately, if a country boosts its products, there will be increase of production. In that era, the popular thought amongst people was that economic growth is the ultimate way to get civilized or developed. With the growth of industrialization, the dominant paradigm encourages urbanization, that people from remote or rural areas move to the cities. Dominant paradigm stresses on establishing or building those technologies that increase the revenue of the country. And the last feature of dominant paradigm is to centralize the planning. The development process should be combined and it shall flow from the center or a governing authority to the common people. I hope you understand what is paradigm, and I hope you understand the concept of dominant paradigm. We will study alternative and participatory paradigm in the continuation of this lecture, which is lecture number 13. Thank you so much.